Thank you, Sanjog. Thank you. Excited to be
Thanks,
here.
Sanjog.
Same here, same here.
Thanks, Sanjog.
Hi, Vivek. So we have our participants joining. We'll probably be starting in a couple of minutes. Welcome everyone to this webinar titled Streamlining Your Marketing Operations Using Monday.com from Marketing Strategy to Execution in One Place. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules and attending this webinar. I welcome you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you based on the location.
Hey, Sanjog, do you want to start sharing your screen?
Yes, I will. Is it visible?
Yep.
Yes.
So welcome to the webinar titled From Marketing to Strategy to Execution in One Place. You'll get to know how Monday.com helps you optimize your marketing operations in this webinar. Vivek, KK, should we wait another couple of minutes or are we good to start?
I think you're 2 minutes in. So happy to get started, Sanjog.
Yeah, sure. I welcome you all once again to this webinar. I welcome my co-panelists, Mr. Vivek Singh, CTO of Cloud Cash Consulting, and Krishnakant, Mr. Krishnakant, Channel Partner Manager, Monday.com.
Once again, thank you, Sanjog. Thank you so much.
Yep. So I think in the interest of time, we can begin. We'll see how you can optimize your marketing operations inside Monday.com. You will see how marketing strategy to execution is done in one place inside Monday.com work management tool where you will be managing your campaigns, your marketing activities. The webinar agenda for today will be introducing Cloud Cash Consulting. That will be done by Mr. Vivek Singh. We'll have an introduction of Monday.com, which will be done by Mr. Krishnakant. Then we'll see how campaign planning and strategy is done inside Monday.com for your marketing operations. We'll see lead management and campaign execution inside Monday.com and content management and collaboration. We'll also have a short Q&A session towards the fag end of this webinar. We'll also be providing you QR codes, which will help us get a feedback of this webinar. And if you want to get in touch with us quickly, you can use that QR code to fill a form so that we'll get a feedback and we'll get in touch with you maybe this week itself. And we'll also share a QR code which will give you free trial access for an extended period of 1 month of Monday.com, free trial of Monday.com. You will be able to access Monday.com and you might need the marketing template that we have. So you can get in touch with us to access that template as well. So ground rules, please put all your questions in the Q&A box. We will answer all of them by the end. And even in the course of this demo, my colleagues here will answer almost all of your questions. If you can't see the screen or hear us at any point, please let us know in the chat box. But one solution here will be to leave the webinar and join back. Sometimes that troubleshoots stuff, and you might be able to see or hear us again. After the webinar, a recording will be sent to you on your emails. Now I'd request Mr. Vivek Singh to take over and give us brief information about Cloud Cash Consulting.
Thank you, Sanjog. Thanks a lot. So, hello everyone. Thanks for taking out time this afternoon to join this webinar. My name is Vivek. I am one of the founders of the firm here at Cloud Cash Consulting. And I also lead Monday.com practice here. So, hello everyone. We are gold partner of Monday and have been delivering solutions around like Monday Work Management, Monday Dev, Monday CRM, and Monday Service. And I will quickly try to describe in one sentence about these products. So Monday Work Management is a versatile platform used for various purposes, primarily focused on project and task management, workflow optimization, and team collaboration. So you can basically automate any work processes within your company using Monday Work Management. And today's session is focused on how marketing teams can automate their process and collaborate between teams using work management. So yeah. So as you can see, like, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. So as you can see, like Monday has a range of products here, like Monday Work Management, Monday CRM, Monday Dev, and Monday Service, right? So Monday CRM is basically used to track your leads, manage your sales pipeline, and grow your customer relationship. And once your sale is done, that is where like Monday Service come and you can support your firm with the digital transformation with Monday ticketing system. And Monday Dev is like more of like a product development platform, which can be used to streamline your product development lifecycle. It's more like a Jira you can think of. And yeah, so Sanju, you can move to the next slide. Here are some of our valued customers like whom we have been working with within and across India. And some of the famous names and brands with whom we are working. And so I think we can move to the next slide, Sanju.
So we have a poll here. You'll see a few questions, maybe a couple of questions on screen. Please mark the relevant answer that you feel is right according to you, that you think is the correct choice. And here are the questions on your screen. What best describes your role? Marketing manager, content creator, marketing analyst, agency professional, or any other? If you have marked other as the option, please let us know what is your role in your organization in the chat box or in the Q&A box. What is your biggest marketing challenge right now? Campaign planning, team collaboration, content production, performance tracking, or any other? Again, if you're marking other as the option, please let us know what is the thing that you feel is right in the Q&A box or the chat box. And if you scroll a bit, you'll be able to see the third question. Which part of today's webinar are you most interested in? Campaign management, marketing, content planning and lifecycle, team collaboration, and reporting and analytics. Please mark a relevant answer for these three questions. We'll probably wait a minute more before revealing the poll percentages. We have three questions. Please mark all the three questions and the answers to them. We'll probably wait another 20 seconds before we reveal the results. I guess we are good to reveal the results now.
Yep.
So we have marketing managers attending this webinar, content creators, we have agency professionals, a few, marketing analysts, a few, and other plenty. I hope you have answered what role you are in if you have marked the other option. What is your biggest marketing challenge right now? Campaign planning, team collaboration, content production, even split here among the three, 25%. Wow. Performance tracking and other. Which part of today's webinar are you most interested in? Campaign management, marketing, content planning, and lifecycle? Again, an even split between the two. Team collaboration and reporting and analytics. Majority of the people are here to explore Monday's capabilities regarding reporting and analytics. Yep, we will be presenting you that part further. Now I'll request Mr. Krishnakant, Channel Partner Manager, Monday.com, to take the webinar forward. I'll request him to present his screen and talk about Monday.com.
Thank you, Sanjog. Just sharing my screen. Let me know when you can see it.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so I'm on slide showing the strategy to execution gap. Is that what you're seeing, Sanjog?
Yep, that is what I see. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, Sanjog, and hi everyone on this webinar. As Sanjog mentioned, my name is Krishan Kant, work for Monday.com, based here in Sydney, which is our APAC headquarter, and I manage the partnerships in India, including one with Cloud Cash, which is, they are our strategic partner. We've been working together for almost 2 years now, and I've worked on roughly 100 projects across 50 companies. So very well experienced partner of ours, and it's a real pleasure to work with them. Now, in the next 10, 12 minutes, I am going to talk about what Monday.com is all about, what is our mission as a company, how did we get started, and then we'll hand over back to Sanjog, where we'll dig into today's topic, how Monday can be leveraged for marketing operations. But yeah, like taking a step back and looking at the whole, picture of work management from a 30,000 feet view, in any company like yourself, there is a leader of the company. They have their strategy, their directs reporting into them, they on a yearly level, they plan, this is where we want to get to. And then strategy gets percolated down in the company and execution happens. And it's a very common scenario. There's a huge gap between the two. And the main reason of that is market conditions are really changing fast. And because of the changing market conditions, it's very difficult to track progress and steer the execution according to the plan. Economist, by the way, a very popular magazine in the UK, they did a survey, and 61% of the executives mentioned that they struggle to bridge this gap, what they think the strategy is of the company and how the company is executing. Let's dive into what these gaps are really, why there is a gap between strategy and execution. So leaders don't have clear visibility into progress and risks. They don't know where the projects are right now. Second big challenge is teams and departments are not aligned with strategy, and you will see that even in marketing. So you get a lot of requests from your sales teams, and you are delivering, and there is a little bit of a misalignment, what their goals are, what your goals are. Also, in the absence of a proper resource management platform, some people are underworked, some people are overworked, and the organization at any given time does not really know who are underworked, who are overworked. So that creates a big problem. And as a result of all of these three, across the organization, there is a big operational inefficiency. Now let's talk about how Monday helps. So once Monday comes into an organization, the strategy to execution happens within this one platform. What we change in the company overall is these four things. We give leaders the visibility into how they're progressing and what are the risks real time, right? Because the data of all the work is in Monday. The dashboards pull the data from the different boards real time. You don't have to prepare any slides or anything. You can see this real time. Second, there is a lot of standardization. Like when you do different projects, you may have, let's say, a template. And every time you don't have to create this template. We offer something called a template center, where you can say, this is a typical marketing project looks like. And that's what creates standardization and alignment between the teams. Also, we have something called a capacity planner and a resource management module within Monday. And that starts to give leaders full visibility into how many people we have, what's the next project coming, are we sufficiently staffed or not, who can, who is on bench right now, who's overworked, how can we optimize the work distribution among our resources. Again, we're not going to dig into that a lot on today's webinar, but if you're interested, please reach out towards the end and we can discuss that in more detail. And as a result of this, the entire execution in the company starts to become a way more efficient. Now, Monday Work Management is about a 10-year-old platform. We are a 10-year-old company. So this was our first platform, which we released. We are a global company listed on NASDAQ, and I'll talk about the company a little bit more a few slides down. But on this slide, just wanted to talk about, roughly 60% of Fortune 500 companies use this platform to run their day-to-day operations. And many of them are marketers. Now, in India, if you talk about HCL, if you talk about ThoughtWorks, if you talk about IBM, and many other companies, we are in advanced talks with some of the big marketing agencies for automobile manufacturers right now to just do what we're going to talk about today, how to manage your marketing operations on Monday.com. I'm going to spend another few minutes, all those 4 key things which I spoke about, how we execute efficiently, how do we manage resources efficiently. I'm just going to spend maybe a slide each, and then we'll wrap up there, my section, and go back to to Sanjog. So how do we really do efficient execution? And you can see here, we have a Gantt chart where we are showing you, who are the different owners of a project, what are the different stages in a project, and you can also see communication happening, between people about how these projects are progressing. And then what are some of the key capabilities within Monday when it comes to project management? So you could manage a very small task. You can take that to a process. You can go next level to a project which you can manage. You can even have multiple projects together into a portfolio, and all of that, from ground up, from a simple task all the way to a portfolio, can all happen within the same platform. The next one is, how do we really give leaders visibility? One is obviously all the data around these projects is in Monday, so it's easily available. But on top of that, we have a lot of AI capability. For example, a risk analyzer. So what a risk analyzer does, it scans all the projects, different stages, the delays happening, the resources, how they are, what sort of bandwidth they have. And also it scans the comments of how people are talking, discussing. And then it would give a early warning to the leaders that I feel this project is at risk or this project is off track. Obviously, this could be a false warning. You could change that, but AI risk analyzer is a great way for you to bubble up risk which a normal human eye cannot see. Using AI, we have portfolio reports. So let's say you have a portfolio made of 10 projects and you want to create a quick summary so that you can present to your leadership. We do that out of the box. We already spoke about the risk identification. And there are a lot of out of the box dashboards, again, as I mentioned earlier on, in our template center, which you can also leverage. I think we did speak about, Sanjog, about, how do we standardize, using templates, etc. So I can probably, in the interest of time, skip this. But this is all about, rather than starting from scratch, once you have a template in mind, this is how you want to run your projects. You can create these templates. In the past, in Monday, when you used a template, and later on, if something changed, you had to change that, make that change across different projects you had started. Now we have come out with a great feature where if you change the template, it can cascade that change across any number of projects who are using that template, just to help you standardize your day-to-day work. We also briefly spoke about the capacity manager. You can see here, on the right side, you have Anthony, who's a developer, you have Chris, who's a designer, Fiona, who's an analyst, and you can see week on week using the circles. So if you have a light blue circle, meaning they have some capacity. If it is a is a full dark blue circle. They're at capacity. So if they are, let's say they have 120 hours in a week, and it's a dark blue circle, they are completely at capacity. And red circle means they are overburdened in that week. How can you help them, distribute some of their work to others? In the new capacity manager within our enterprise edition, you also now have placeholders. So let's say, for example, you're about to hire a developer, about to hire a designer. You can create these placeholders and you can start saying, this developer, when they join in week 3, this is the amount of work they will do, etc. So that helps you even look into the future. Even though these employees have not even joined, you can start thinking about what kind of work they will do. So really advanced capabilities within resource optimization. Awesome. I'm just about to wrap up here, maybe 2 more slides. So this one, really interested to share this with our marketing colleagues here on this webinar. When we participate in different Gartner Magic Quadrants, there are actually 3 of them which are related to work management. So the first one is called collaborative work management. It basically talks about, can your platform help multiple teams come together? Can sales work with marketing? Can operation work with sales, for example? We're a leader in that space. Second one is adaptive project management and reporting. This is all about doing complex projects and reporting on them, like how many different projects you can run, how they can be part of a portfolio. So really a leader in that space. And lastly, there is also a Magic Quadrant about marketing work management, the people on the webinar most interested about today. And we are the only player in the industry who are a leader in all the 3. So very proud of that. And as I was saying, marketing is a big use case. A lot of people use Monday for this purpose. And we are very eager to show you more on that. And you might ask me, what is really your differentiator? What sets you apart? So if I were to pick 3 things, only 3 things, these are those 3 things. Freedom to customize. Like, it's not an out-of-the-box solution with a set screen. You need to put up with it. Okay, this screen cannot be changed. No. So we are a very easy to customize platform. So you decide how your Monday.com looks like. We support roughly around 200 use cases across 190 different industries. And that can only happen when you are very easy to customize. Also, compared to many other SaaS players, speed to value, like you are very quick to launch, very quick to iterate, very quick to change. Roughly, we have seen a CRM or a work management goes live anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks. And the delay only happens if you do not give us your requirements. From our side, we can really go fast. And that means you save a lot of money. You spend the money on Monday and you start using it very quickly. Lastly, product people love. Again, rather than me saying it towards the end of the webinar, I will show you a quick video. It's sort of an advert which we use. It has our mascot, Llama, just describing how people love this platform, how the adoption happens quickly because people love the platform. You start using it. If you have 100 seats you have bought, you see very quickly all the 100 people are using it. So these are our main differentiators. And some of that I'm saying, and some is said by G2, the last one, and the middle one by Forrester. Last slide from me, and I'll give it back to you, Sanjog. So we are a 10-year-old company. You can really rely on for a long-term success. We're not someone who just came into existence. We have a lot of experience in this space. And all the dots you see on the world map, that's where our offices are. So entire APAC is handled out of Sydney and Melbourne. We also have office in Tokyo. Singapore just got announced, and India is next. Very consistent revenue growth in the last, I would say, 5 years. Very proud to say we just hit 1 billion ARR mark, which is a very proud moment for the company, because I think roughly 30 companies have hit that big milestone, and it won't happen without support from folks like yourself and partners like CloudCash. So really, thank you for this opportunity. I would encourage everyone to ask questions using the chat box, and towards the end, do leave your contact if you want us to reach out to you and discuss your marketing workflow and how we can help you. Thank you so much. Back to you, Sanjog.
Thank you, KK. I'll probably share my screen again. Okay. So that was a wonderful explanation from KK. He walked us through what Monday.com exactly is. Now we'll have a second poll for today. You'll see probably a couple of questions on your screen. Please mark the relevant answer that you feel is correct according to you. So here are the questions. Where do campaign-related discussions and updates typically happen in your organization? So where do you generally collaborate with your colleagues to discuss about projects, to discuss about content, marketing activities, campaign? Does it happen on email, Slack, or Teams, project management tools, or in virtual or in-person meetings? The second question is, what is your biggest challenge in campaign management? Is it meeting deadlines, cross-team communication, asset coordination, or tracking return on investment, ROI? So please mark a relevant answer according to you for each of these two questions. We'll probably wait another 30 seconds before we reveal the answers. Vivek and KK, what according to you is difficult when you are trying to do some publicity? For example, Cloud Cache did a bit of publicity for different marketing activity of theirs. So Vivek would be a better person to answer what was a pain point in that aspect. KK, with all his experience, might be knowing what would be a pain point here. Vivek?
Yeah, for us, I think for us, the main thing is like, how do we measure the ROI at the end of the campaign? And like multiple teams are collaborating in the campaign. So like you have a content team who is writing the content, and then you have a graphic designer teams like who is doing the design work and all, and then everyone has to collaborate to finally have a successful campaign. So like if you use a tool uh, like Monday, so basically all your teams can collaborate and you can have like a unified view. So that is the main thing. So which actually helps
So
in
it's
any campaign.
ROI and cross-team communication and collaboration.
Right. Yeah.
KK?
Yeah, I think, I'll go with that, what Vivek just mentioned. Even cross-team communication can happen between us and Cloud Cache, where we are doing a
Right.
campaign together. So absolutely.
Yep. I think we can reveal the answers now. And the audience agree with both of you. Both of you have answered cross-team communication and tracking ROI, and that's what have taken the larger part of the pie. For the second question, for the first one, it is in meetings. Yep, that's okay. It was in meetings. Thank you.
Okay.
We'll move forward with this PPT here. And we have noted down a few problems that a wide number of marketing teams face. It is obviously collaboration with different teams where probably teams work in silos if they are not well collaborated. We have issues about internal communication, deadlines, and follow-ups. Content progress updates is not as frequent or as updated as it should have happened. We have issues about social media planner, calendar, which is not at one place a single point source of truth where all the teams can access the plans for the next quarter, next month, next year ahead. So they have issues about calendar and then the ROI calculation, return on investment, which is of utmost importance. So these are some of the issues that we identified marketing teams across face. If any of your issue is not listed here, please mention that issue in the chat box or Q&A box, whichever you have access to. Now we'll move forward with the demo and a few videos that we have planned for you. We'll take a look at how marketing is made simple and streamlining marketing activities with your strategy in Monday.com with Monday.com. So I'll just play this video for a couple of seconds. Just let me know if it is audible.
From fielding requests to coordinating
That was audible, right? Okay,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's audible.
Okay.
From fielding requests to coordinating content creation, today I'll give you all the tools you'll need to manage marketing campaigns on Monday.com. Let's say we work for a marketing firm with an expansive base of clients. We're going to add a new board to create a roadmap so we can keep a pulse on our campaigns for the year. I'm starting with this board from the Template Center, where you can find many marketing-specific templates and more. With the flexibility of Monday.com, we can customize everything from groups to columns to meet our team's specific needs. For example, the Connect boards and mirror columns, which we will add to pulling key information like the client name and contact from the other board, giving us everything we need all in one place. With everything set, it's time to map out a campaign. Now we can seamlessly track the project's progress, define and adjust timelines, and communicate on each item while keeping the entire team aligned. While we have a number of campaigns already underway, we also want our clients to be able to request additional support. We're going to create this new work form directly in our roadmap board by clicking here, so we can round out our roadmap with new campaigns. Each form submission will appear as a new item on your board, and the columns will automatically populate with the information submitted. Once approved, we can move the new campaigns to wherever it fits best in our annual roadmap. With this workflow, we're now ready to tackle all our campaigns for the year with ease.
So that was a short video of Monday UI. So I'll come back to campaign planning and I'll show you how it is done inside the Monday workspace. So this is the campaign planning board that we have created for you. This is called a workspace. We've named it First Marketing. You can name it anything you want. These are the boards. So we are looking at the campaign planning board, which has a number of groups based on the stage a particular campaign is in. New campaign in progress, scheduled, live, completed. And if you open any of those groups, you'll be able to see the records inside them. So we have a few columns: requester, campaign owner, quarter, whether this campaign will run in Q1, Q2, Q3, or Q4 of this year, channel, Facebook ads, email, YouTube ads. You have a number of options available here, which is not just exhaustive. You can add to these options or you can remove any of the options if you are not focusing on that particular channel for your campaigns. You have region-wise split as well. You can have maybe region split into continents or different areas like LATAM. We have APAC as well. You can add many more options in here. Campaign brief, campaign timeline, estimated budget spent, budget discrepancy. We'll take a look at this when we are focusing on ROI. Lead value, here is our ROI, campaign status, and so on. Up here, we have a few tabs which will cut and chop the same set of data that you can see right now, which is grouped into different stages of the campaign, but you can group it by some other metric. So for example, the same set of data is grouped here based on which quarter that campaign is planned for. Then we have the next tab where the same data is grouped based on what channel that campaign is focused on. Is it Facebook ads, email, YouTube ads, Google ads, or anything else? In the next tab, we have the final review records, the final review campaigns that are yet to be reviewed and passed, which will receive a go ahead to publish once it's passed. So your leadership team can have access to this tab where they can take a look at what is planned. They can take a look at the content planned and everything else associated with the campaign. And then they can review and pass this campaign. We have a Gantt chart here, which will give you a good timeline view of all your campaigns. Even if you have any dependent campaigns, whether campaign A should run first, campaign B should run next, campaign C the last, all of it will be visible here in the Gantt chart. We also have campaign overview, where you will have a bird's eye view of all your data inside monday.com. We have a good video further in the webinar, which will explain these things quite a bit. And KK was talking about this metric. It shows completely dark blue whenever a person is at capacity, and it will show light blue whenever the person is having more room to take in more work. And if that person is overoccupied, it will show completely red. This section is also a part of a video that we have planned to show you. And we have a calendar view where all your campaigns will be visible on a timeline based on the specific planned dates. You can toggle between month view, week view, and daily view. So week view is what I personally feel comfortable with. So you can just scroll a bit here and move ahead in your planned timeline to see what you have planned in the future. So this was about how campaigns are managed. We also have forms here. So in case you want to create these campaigns remotely without having access to your laptop, to your systems, you can use these forms on your mobile, or you can use Monday's mobile app to get access to these customizations, and you can create the campaign records. So this was about campaign planning, where you can split your data into different quarters and different stages. Next, we have lead and ROI tracking. I'll come back to the Monday workspace. So once your campaign is live, so assuming campaign 1 is live, you have published that campaign on maybe YouTube, Google Ads, or any other channel. You will probably be expecting people to sign up. So how can that happen? So you can create these form links, the form that I just showed you, that is also existing in lead capturing from the campaigns, this board, which captures leads from the campaign. So you can use this form to capture those leads. You can tag this form in your campaigns. You can embed it in your websites, in your campaigns, and whoever fills those forms, lead will get generated in this table called in the board called campaign leads. So what will happen is, I'll just make use of these forms here that I have created. So I've used the same form which was visible here. I've used the same form, the single link, and it will generate leads for different campaigns. So you can create, you can customize the same form and tweak it a bit to identify which campaign has generated that lead. So I'll just call this lead 1. I'll skip adding these, but you can customize your form accordingly. You can make these columns or these fields mandatory, and I'll add a lead value here. So lead value is not relevant maybe in this form, but I have just added to help us visualize how ROI is calculated. So I'll submit this lead called lead 1. So it has appeared here in this campaign leads, and let's just scroll a bit and check the campaign that it automatically got tagged to. So this is just a text field for now. So that particular form was for this campaign called 5 best cycling trails. Now I'll pick up the other form here, and I'll do the same drill again with a different lead name maybe. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the same form with a UTM addition, which will help me identify which campaign that lead was from. So I'll call this lead 2 and I'll click on submit. A lead got generated as instantly as a flash. And if I scroll, you can see that this lead was from campaign 1. So currently these are just leads. They have not been converted yet. That is the reason this connect boards, which connects it to a campaign, does not show anything. What you can do is either this lead can get converted or not get converted. If it gets converted, what you can do is you can just associate this lead with that campaign, and it will be visible in the campaign planning board to help us visualize our ROI. So this is the space where the leads gets attached to. So you can see campaign named campaign 1 does not have a single lead, and its ROI by default shows -1. So what I'll do is the lead that I just created, which has a lead value of $400, which could be the opportunity amount, the amount expected from this lead, the revenue expected from this lead. I'll just tag this as one lead for this campaign called campaign 1. Let's take a look at the campaign planning again and check if ROI has changed. So here you can see the estimated budget was $7,000, budget spent was $2,400. $4,600 were not spent. That is why it shows budget discrepancy. The single lead that we identified right now is of amount $400, and that is the reason it shows an ROI of 0.833 based on the formula. Let's add a couple of more leads here to that same campaign called campaign 1. I already have created these 3 leads using the same form. I'll just tag it to the campaign that we just saw. Now let's see what does it change in the ROI. So it instantly raised the lead value, combined lead value for both those leads, and the ROI is 1.042 now, because the second lead that I added had a lead value of 4.5K, $4,500, and the combined lead value of both those leads is $4,900, which gives me an ROI of 1.042. So you can customize this ROI if you have a tweak in your formula, and it will calculate instantaneously based on the budget spent and the opportunity amount of the leads that you are looking at right now. So this was about lead tracking and ROI. Now you'd be intrigued about, we spoke about campaigns, we spoke about lead and tracking and ROI. But what about the back end of this campaign management? How can content creation, content updates, how can we get to track those things inside Monday? So I'll show you that part of the marketing story now. So every campaign might not need some content for it, but if you need a content, this is where you request for that content. We have this form which can be shared using a link or a QR code. So this is where you get your QR code from. You get the link here, you get the QR code from this space here. One of you or your colleagues fills this form. You need to select which teams are involved in creating the content that you desire. If all teams are involved, you just click all these boxes and a record will get created in the individual boards of these respective teams. So if you have not selected, yeah.
So I would like just to add something.
Yeah.
So here in this demo, like what we are trying to show here is, so you have a team who's doing a campaign, right? And there could be various teams involved in doing that. So there could be requesters, like in a company like who is requesting a campaign, and that campaign could involve multiple teams who will be working on that. So it could be like your content team who will be writing the content, then there could be design and design team who will be designing the images and graphics. And then let's imagine like there's a digital and website team, right? Who will be actually launching the campaign on website and various social media platforms. And there could be more teams. So essentially, so multiple teams have to collaborate, and it has to be done in a way that if there is any dependency between teams, they all can collaborate, and the campaign is delivered to in a stage where it can be launched on time, right? So, so what we are showing here is like, so imagine like a requester is submitting a form here, and he is choosing like what all types of teams could be involved, what is the priority, and what is the request type. So he will choose all of this, and then once the request is submitted, the request gets created, and simultaneously, based on your model, like how you are designing the whole campaign and how your teams get involved, multiple teams can start working and collaborating at the same time. And if there is any dependency, they can also use various options we have in Monday to collaborate, like do a mention and mention the person, and they can ask for update. So there are a lot of options through which they can collaborate. So that is the overall idea, like what we are trying to cover here in this campaign management.
Yep. Thank you, Vivek, for this crisp info. So one of those requesters, which will be part of your marketing team, your colleague will submit this form. A record will get created in the request board here, similar to the ones that exist here. Whenever these checkboxes are checked, the respective teams will have a similar record getting created. If that team is not checked here in the form or in this record, a record will not get created, which indicates that that team is not involved in content creation for this specific campaign or that one-time request. And if you scroll a bit more, you'll be able to see the relevant details: requested date, expected completion date, changed expected completion date. You also have the connect board for the individual teams board. So if you want to take a look at content teams record, you just click on this space here, and it pops you up with the details inside the content teams individual board. Along with that, you have their current status and the content team progress. So here it says delay in delivery, but the content team progress is 100%, but there might be something that is under review. That is the reason it says delay in delivery. Along with that, you have design team and its record if design team is involved, or else it will show blank, along with its progress percent, its status, its completion days, how many days it took to complete that particular task. Same way for digital team and website team. So now you must be thinking that I scrolled quite a bit to get to what I wanted regarding the columns, the individual team's progress. So we have solved that issue of yours, assuming you are visible right at the front. So you can see the current status, overall status of a particular task or a particular campaign, its overall completion progress, requested date, expected completion date, overall TAT, content TAT, content team status, and so on. So everything regarding the update of each individual team that is involved in this campaign will be visible in the requester board, and leadership team or the managers do not need to go inside these individual team boards to get an update of what actually is happening regarding that campaign. So everything will be visible in the request board. Then we also have these tabs where you cut and chop your data and group it by what you actually want to see. So in this tab, we have only the campaigns or only the requests which are being worked upon currently. So the ones which are new and not yet started, the teams have not yet started working on it, are eliminated from here, and the ones which are already done are also eliminated from here. So we can cut and chop the data in the requester view. Along with that, you have your content team, design team, and individual teams board where they can start working on it. They can map their progress based on what status that record is in. So I'll mark Mumbai seminar as in progress, and it immediately changed the status. So you can just decide what progress percent you want to mark as based on the change in status. And then we have attachment to the requester board and the other boards. So same way, you can also plan for your content regarding your campaigns and attach it as a connect board in the campaign planning board. So for example, this campaign one, the requester board is called Ben, and you can see the updates regarding the content for this campaign called campaign one inside the request board just by clicking on the connect board. And here you can see the all the progress of the different teams at one place. Along with that, we have a small snippet of if you want to go deeper into management of the individual teams, you want to drill down beyond these individual boards, you have separate configurations for marketing team planning, where you can plan all your marketing content at one place. If you want to do it on a different board, you have your event management board here, where you can manage your events. If you host events, if you attend events as organizers, you can track all those events in a separate workspace or a separate board here inside the marketing workspace. If you want a separate social media planner, apart from your events, apart from your virtual events, apart from your in-person events, if you want a separate board or separate space for your social media planning, this is where you can do it, along with the day-wise schedule of the social media posts and the channels that you can post those content on, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, or any other. And in the end, you have a separate space for content planning if you want to do it separately as well. So these things are possible inside Monday by a few minor tweaks in configurations and customizations. I'll come back to the PPT that I had prepared. So we will look at the dashboards in a minute in the form of this video. Here it goes.
Here at Monday.com, we're all about data. It helps show where you've been and guides where you want to go. With dashboards on Monday.com, display and centralize all your data in a digestible format to shape those important decisions. Let's check it out. Start a dashboard from scratch from a folder menu or from the Add button here. Make your dashboard public so everyone in your account can see it, or private to make it visible only to you and those that you invite. And fun fact, you can share a read-only version of any dashboard with stakeholders outside of your account too. Pretty cool, right? Once that's settled, select the board or boards you want to feed into your dashboard. Don't worry, you can change this at any time later on by clicking here. Next up, the building blocks of your dashboards. Widgets. From the jump, you'll see examples of widgets you can add. Let's say we manage a sales team. We can add a numbers widget to stay on top of things like estimated deal values and quarterly performance, a battery widget to track stages of deals in our pipeline, and a chart widget to see deals per rep. Each widget will have a dedicated settings area to customize the information it's showing. Just click the gear wheel to see all the options available. For example, I can adjust the chart style from here, as well as alter the X and Y axes, selecting which column or item information to use. Pretty cool, right? There are so many more widgets too. Just head on over to the Widget Center to see all available to you. Like Gantt charts, perfect for tracking project timelines. And this workload widget can help you better visualize everything on your employees' plates. One of my favorites, the Map widget, which plots points from an address column on your board. There's even a full marketplace of third-party apps which can take your dashboard to the next level. Each app and widget you add is totally customizable, so you can tailor things to your liking. Wanting to display the dashboard like Monday.com does in our office? Easy. Just select TV mode from here, which removes the left pane and buttons for a clean look on any big screen. Check this out. You're now able to add a dashboard as a board view. This dashboard will look and feel just the same as the one added from scratch, but will only display information from the board it's been nested in. And that's it. With dashboards on Monday.com, turn your data into a catalyst for future decisions. Bye for now. Click here for more on reporting and all things Monday.com.
So it said TV mode, but Monday has upgraded its terminologies. It's now called present mode. I'll show that to you in a minute. So this is how it looks. It's called present mode now. You click on it and the data that is available on the dashboard widgets is visible in the presentation mode. You can either present it on a big screen in your offices or use that same present mode to present the data in your meetings. Along with that, you can also schedule your dashboards to be sent as a regular interval of emails that can be triggered to be sent to your leadership team, your colleagues, your managers. It can send emails. It can send a snapshot of this entire dashboard as an email to people that you select, either daily, weekly, for a few days. Maybe you can mark Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or only the weekdays or only the weekends at a specific time, and it will send that notification on that day, on the time you choose, or monthly on the set dates at a set time. So this can happen in real time on that specific time and date. You also have something called as live data. So as and when the data changes inside the board, inside your Monday workspace, the dashboard changes itself to help you visualize the real data that is available inside your workspace with real time modifications. Now I'll present this video to help you understand how easy it is to use Monday, to inculcate Monday in your offices, to start working on Monday and have a shift from different tools to Monday.
Hey,
Along,
Sanjay,
yeah,
can I
yeah, yeah,
request
yeah,
before we play the video? I know we are coming closer to the time, so maybe do the QR code for the feedback, and if someone wants to start a trial, and
yeah, yeah.
then we play the video.
Yep. Okay, I had planned it for later, but I'll get it on screen now. So if
So,
anybody of you,
yeah,
yeah,
just wanted to quickly mention that typically when you go on Monday website, you get a 2-week trial here. This is a UTM link for Cloud Cache, and exclusively for people who are on this webinar. If you use this link, you get not 2 weeks but 4 weeks worth of trial. We will also show you another QR code where you can leave your feedback today. But first of all, would request you folks to scan this link. Also, Sanjog, if possible, send this hyperlink
yep.
in the chat.
I guess
So that,
Vivek has it. I'll
Yeah,
keep the screen open.
I will
Meanwhile,
do that.
Vivek can send it. Yeah.
Yeah,
KK, please continue.
yeah, so folks, just take a minute. Please do start the trial and let your colleagues know that it's not going to be for 2 weeks, it's going to be for 4 weeks. And again, multiple people from the same company do not need to start multiple trials. Just start one trial. We can see, there are multiple people from the same company. So start one trial and then add your colleagues onto it. Invite them. So there's an invite feature so that you can collaborate and you can really, simulate the work you do at your company rather than having 2 different trials, then can't really interact. Awesome. So apart from scanning the QR code, there is also the link in chat. You can use that as well.
And in case you get lost, you don't know how to go about inside monday.com by using this link, or you need our help in understanding your workflow, optimizing your workflow, or you just want to get in touch with us for a free consulting, we have a 1 hour free consulting session available for you if you scan this QR code. If you want to get in touch with us, please scan this QR code. You'll get a 1 hour free consultation session with Cloud Cache Consulting. And in the same form, we have a small column where you can give us a feedback about this webinar. Okay. We good to move ahead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, folks, please do take the time, and then let's maybe finish on a high with this this ad you might have seen on YouTube. A little bit of a funny twist on when Monday comes into a company, what really happens. So let's
Along with
play.
llama in the picture.
Absolutely.
Oh, no. They're implementing another work platform again.
Don't they have better ways to waste our time?
Great. 12 months onboarding.
They will need me for every little change.
hopeless place. We found love in an open space.
This feels totally different to anything we've tried before. This AI is so easy. It doesn't even need a prompt.
I don't think you even need onboarding.
Finally, reports in minutes.
Just look at that beauty.
Oh, hey!
They can build custom workflows on their own.
This is gonna spread like crazy. So do you think this rollout's gonna go smoothly?
Maybe.
We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in an open space.
Monday.com, the first work platform you'll love to use.
We found
Perfect.
love, we found Monday.
Hope everybody enjoyed that. So back to you, Sanjog, for wrapping up.
Yep. If you have any questions in the Q&A box, do we?
Yeah, I can see one of them. Measuring and reporting on marketing ROI is a persistent challenge, especially when it comes to quantifying the impact of branding efforts on the sales funnel. How can Monday.com help in this area? A little bit of a tricky curveball, I guess, Vivek. Yeah, so I think there is always this comes down to mostly the impact of a campaign onto sales funnel, right? So if you have a mechanism to have your campaign codes, and when leads are flowing into your CRM, if they're perfectly tagged with what campaign they came from, I mean that's what we use here at Monday. I think Vivek, you have something similar, but feel free to chime in.
I think it also matters like how you are measuring the ROI. So every company will have different way to measure ROIs. For some company, the lead generation could be one of the factors, but it could not be same for everything. So depending on how you are planning your campaign, you can measure the ROI at the end, and you can quantify everything. So basically, you will have to give weightage to how you are quantifying each team efforts and then calculating with your metrics. So it's possible. It's just that depends on a company, like how they're measuring it.
Yeah, and maybe using formulas to put that weight, which you're saying, Vivek, within Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
When the campaign
Enterprise
is done.
feature formulas where you can create your own formulas, create your own calculations. If you have tweaked your judgment, your calculation of what ROI is, that can be imbibed. It doesn't need to be what Monday has inbuilt. You can just tweak that formula. You can use AI to create your own formula and add it to your boards to calculate your ROI, rate of return on investment. Yep, KK.
Yeah, I'm just reminding people in chat to start their trials, book a consulting session if you like, if you want to discuss your workflow with Cloudcash team. I don't see any further questions, and we are few minutes over.
Yep.
It was a sheer pleasure to be here with all of you, and I think this was getting recorded. So if you attended, you will receive a recording as well, so you can share with your colleagues.
Yep. Thank you so much for attending this session, taking time out of your busy schedules. Thank you so much for giving us your time and attending this session. Thank you so much, KK and Vivek, to give us a piece of your knowledge. Thank you so much.
Thank you.